Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is the Prince of FNAF, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing. And of course, if you like the content seen in tonight's video, then be sure to hit that notification bell and like button. That way, you will indeed be notified for any awesome videos like this in the future. With that out of the way, let's get started with today's video. Godzilla, King of the Monsters is a 2019 Kaiju Monsterverse film produced by Warner Bros. And Legendary Pictures. It stars Vera Farmiga, Kyle Chandler, Millie Bobby Brown, and Charles Dance. It is the third installment in Warner Bros. And Legendary Pictures' Monsterverse. For once, this movie doesn't open up with some grainy military footage. The opening scene to this movie is actually pretty badass. We cut to a family who works for the secret monster hunting organization known as Monarch as they search in anguish for their son. Unfortunately, their son died during Godzilla's battle with the Mutos in 2014. We cut to a shot of Godzilla stomping overhead as he roars triumphantly and eventually makes his way back to the ocean to sleep for another 100 years. We cut back to modern day, where we see this now broken family watching a news segment talking about how monsters are in fact very real and what the military intends to do with the monster hunting organization known as Monarch, as now the secret is out and monsters are now surfacing on a daily basis. Madison Russell is making breakfast for herself and her mom, Emma Russell, but unfortunately burns the toast, and then over breakfast she reveals that she's been trying to reach out to her dad. Now, because of what happened in the opening scene of the movie with Andrew Russell, the family kind of broke away from each other. Mark Russell decided to leave Emma and Madison because he just wanted to be left alone and live in his own self-pity because he feels so bad about what happened to their son. Now, as they talk over breakfast, a large cry is heard that rumbles throughout their house. And it's revealed that they are in the Amazon jungle, as they have a house set up in the Amazon jungle next to a huge shrine that's outside, where they are monitoring a kaiju known as Mothra. This kaiju hatches, and eventually a terrorist organization comes, kills everybody in the Monarch outpost, and takes Emma and Madison and the Mothra larva. We cut to Monarch reaching out to Mark Russell to try to get his help to get a device known as an Orca back because the eco-terrorists, Alan Jonah and his team, stormed the Monarch outpost base for Mothra, stole the Mothra larva, and then kidnapped Emma and Madison Russell to basically use this technology to do a mass awakening to awake all of the kaiju, and that's basically their plan. So they reach out to Mark Russell to get his help, to get his family back, and put a stop to the eco-terrorists. They eventually get him to come with them, and it's revealed that Monarch has actually been analyzing Godzilla in his own turf, as they have a big, huge Monarch outpost, their flagship location, basically built to study Godzilla in his own turf in the ocean. Eventually, Godzilla starts to attack this outpost in the ocean, but eventually is turned down when the eco-terrorists arrive in Antarctica and attempt to awaken King Ghidorah. I don't know how Godzilla knows this, but he eventually bails from trying to attack Monarch and goes and makes a beeline straight for Antarctica, where the outpost is that holds King Ghidorah. Inevitably, the terrorists awaken King Ghidorah, and all hell breaks loose as Godzilla bursts through the ice, and they both clash. Godzilla inevitably being unable to defeat King Ghidorah, and just chasing King Ghidorah up into the storm clouds above, never to be seen again. Mark Russell is severely injured during this battle, but he is otherwise okay. As Monarch decides what they should do next, they find out that Emma Russell is attempting to awaken Rodan from Isla de Mar in Mexico. Rodan bursts from the volcano, attacks Monarch with vicious intent, and inevitably Monarch leads Rodan to King Ghidorah with the hopes that Rodan will be able to defeat him. However, it is actually King Ghidorah that defeats Rodan, plunging him into the sea below and basically making Rodan commit to King Ghidorah. Now with Rodan and King Ghidorah joined forces, King Ghidorah lets out an alpha cry which awakens all of the other kaiju. As they wake up, kaiju commit mass amounts of damage and structural terror as they rampage across different cities in order to reach Godzilla and King Ghidorah in Boston. The two kaijus fight it out, and inevitably Mothra and Godzilla defeat King Ghidorah. Mothra gives her life to turn Godzilla into Burning Godzilla, in which Godzilla attempts to basically incinerate the shit out of King Ghidorah. King Ghidorah unfortunately dies, and Godzilla saves the day. All of the other kaiju arrive at the ruins of Boston City, where Godzilla forces them to bow before him as the new King of the Monsters. He roars triumphantly, and the credits roll. Now, with all that out of the way, I do have to say I think this is one of the more better installments in the Monsterverse collection. I love this movie. I think it's the best Godzilla movie I've ever seen, and I loved the introduction of so many awesome kaiju, both original and classic. You have the King Ghidorah, which is the antagonist monster of this movie. You have Mothra and Rodan, and then you have so many awesome original kaiju like Methuselah, Scylla, and Behemoth. I would have loved to see some of these newer kaiju implemented better into the movie. I just felt like they were so underused, and while yes, the character development for the human side of the argument was a lot better in this movie, I felt like they focused too much on the human aspect of what is essentially a monster movie creature feature. With that being said, I did absolutely adore the music in this movie, produced by the legendary Bear McCreary, who produced some awesome soundtracks for things like the 2019 Child's Play remake, and of course something you'd be more familiar with, the Star Wars franchise. This guy is a musical legend, producing some awesome soundtracks for movies, and here is some of his best work, producing some awesome riffs and some awesome soundtracks for the individual monsters and just the general feel for the movie. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Do take care. Have a great night, and I'll see you guys in the next video.